foremost, I think it's very important to read the entire request for proposal, the guidance, because in my experience as a reviewer of proposals, I find a lot of proposals are incomplete. They don't address all of the required elements, and that could really cost you points. It could cost you a score. It could also knock you out of the review altogether. So it's really important to review very carefully the entire request for proposal document. The background and problem statement is very important because this is where you're really setting the stage, the rationale for your study. What is it that I want to do? What is the gap in the literature? What is the problem that needs to be addressed? How can my study basically answer those questions? So it's very important that you think about what it is that you want to know and also tie your methodology to the research question. I think that you need to be succinct. You have a limited amount of space, but you also need to be inclusive of what you write in this section as your rationale. I suggest that you cut away the deadwood, meaning that anything that is not directly tied to your project objective and answering the research questions, you should get rid of. Well, the methodology section is, again, another very important part of it that should be directly tied to the research question or research questions that you develop. What is the best approach that I have to answer the research question? This is how you would select your methodology. In my case, I wanted to know what the experiences are of Asian and Latino online doctoral students. So I thought that a best methodology to answer this question would be a qualitative methodology. So I looked around at the different options that were available and finally settled on phenomenology to learn about the rich experiences of online doctoral students. So the methodology needs to be very succinct as well. It needs to be very inclusive of key elements dealing with your methodology, including what is your rationale for choosing the methodology, what is your data analysis plan and protocol, what is your plan for storing the data, what is your plan for ensuring research ethics and protection of human subjects, and that you should also include a very clear and detailed timeline for meeting each of your project objectives. Be as specific as possible in the space that you have, but be sure to cover all of those components. As you develop your methodology, whether it be quantitative, qualitative, or mixed methods, draw on your best practices as a teacher and as a researcher. And basically, I say do unto yourself as you would do unto your students, meaning that expect the same level of quality, of rigor, and academic excellence that you expect of your students. The mentoring plan is really an important part of the Wilson Award. As a faculty member at Walden in the College of Health Sciences, the medical teaching model of see one, do one, and teach one resonates with me. However, that model really is applicable to any discipline and any field that we work in as teachers. So I think that this would apply to whatever you're doing for the proposal. So we learn research through theory and observation and through our reading. We practice and we hone our research skills through our applied research agendas and the things that interest us as research professionals. And we also model those teaching and research skills for our students. So the Wilson Award will provide you the opportunity to teach one, to basically model for your faculty the behavior that you want to be professional and you want to instill. So ask yourself, what is it that you want your junior faculty member to do, to observe throughout the entire experience? What are the takeaways? What are the important takeaways that you would like to see your junior faculty or mentee take away from the experience? So this is very important. And your mentoring plan should be just as important and articulated as your research plan. Okay, to identify a junior faculty member for my project, I asked my faculty member colleagues as well as the program directors for recommendations, who were the new faculty members and what their expertise and experiences were, and if they thought they would be a good fit. So I started there, and the program directors were very helpful because they know who the new faculty are and they know what the background of the new faculty bring to the university. So that was very helpful for me. So I sent a working draft of my proposal to each of the candidates to see if they would be a good fit, talked to the candidates, and then settled on a particular faculty member after going through that process. So it's really important for you to have a clear picture of what you want to do with your research project, as well as what the performance expectations are of the junior faculty. What is it that you want that person to be able to do by the end of the project period? So I think it's a good idea also to have a good draft in hand of your proposal so that when you do go recruit someone, they know exactly what you're looking for. Well, your budget is a very important component of the proposal, and it should be well planned, and it should include a line item justification. The key phrase here is line item justification. Each item that you ask for should be very carefully thought out. You should have a rationale. What is it that you want that money for, the funds for? Ask yourself, what financial support do I need to complete each of my project goals and objectives? Ensure that your requested funds are directly tied to your program goals and objectives, and never ask for anything that is beyond the scope of your project. Never pad your budget with irrelevant budget requests that are not directly tied to your goals. I have a couple of final thoughts. When you complete all sections of your proposal, step back and read the proposal for alignment and logical flow. All sections of your proposal should interconnect. It should make sense, such that the holistic picture of your project is logical and clear. Be very clear about what it is that you want to do and how you want to do that. Use the elevator test to judge how clear and sure you are about what you want to do. That is, you should be able to clearly describe the nature and scope of your study and the time that it takes you to travel in an elevator from the lobby to the 15th floor. So I hope these tips are helpful to you, and best of luck with your proposal application.